Hello everybody, it's Patty here with Patty Stitches. Today is March the 9th, 2026, and this is episode 341. On today's show I have whips, a new start, a restart, and a purchase. So sit back and relax. Grab your beverage of choice. Water for me, your craft of choice, and let's chat. So how was everybody's week? Mine was okay. We had some really nice warm weather this last week. It was nice, relatively speaking. It got above zero, so that's very happy. It did snow. It did not do the 4 to 6 inches like they were talking. It barely dusted, so very happy about that, or at least in my general area. We did have our little boiler, which handles the remodel, which is only 600 feet of heating that it needs to handle. It's down, but that's fine. The main boiler kept the rest of the house. Kept the whole house warm, so it's okay. It's going to be fixed. We're going to limp it along. We can get it restarted. It just doesn't like it. So they did clean it and check it. They cleaned it a little bit and checked it and said it'll be okay. It's not frying anything, it's just limping it. So, which we will probably have to do for the next couple of days because 30 below is headed our way again. I'm hoping it doesn't really get that cold, but we'll have to wait and see. The cloud cover has moved on, so hopefully it won't get that cold, but we'll limp that boiler along until end of April, early May. Hopefully it'll be okay, because once the cold weather snap goes, it looks like, or this short little blip, it's going to start warming up again. So it should be okay. Knocking on wood. Did it. Okay. The littles didn't come over on Sunday again. This time the youngest was not feeling well. He had a temperature and thought he was going to throw up, so they kept him home, which I am grateful for, because I don't want to have to. I did enough of that cleanup job, so I didn't want to do any more. Anything else? Went to knit afternoon on Friday. Had a really great time working on my first pair of socks in quite a while, so that's always fun to knit a pair of vanilla socks, which is just plain stitching or knitting. There's no stitches, no lace, so I like knitting those. They are fast and you really don't have to think about what you're doing. Anything else? I don't think so. So shall we get on with the stitching? I think I will. All right, so what I'm going to talk to you first about is the acrostic with quirks and stitches, which is gently. I did 5 of the letters, which I did N, D, L, and the 2 of the S's. So when I get to those, I will tell you which one I did for that. All right. So the first one that I stitched on last week was the Italian designer, and this is Halloween in the Rain, and I will show you the name. But here it is. I am working on this on a 32 count Bramble by Picture This Plus, and I didn't get a lot accomplished on this one, but I touched it, so that's good. I did finish the cloud, the white in the cloud, and started putting the gray. I don't know why there are gray dots in the clouds, but I did the gray dots in the clouds. So yeah, I didn't get a whole lot done, but I think my stitchy bug is slowly dying, and I'm gonna have to figure out what I can do to help it survive. Yeah, not playing Pokemon Pokopia. That I did do that this week, so yeah, there wasn't a lot of stitching time because of that. Okay, so the first acrostic was N for Not Forgotten Farms, and this is Witches in the Air. So this is my new start. And I am working on 30 count cappuccino linen by Weeks Dye Works. Okay. And what I've done is I'm not really comfortable with how much more margin I have for this project. So I started in the middle using Gloriana Antique, is it Antique Black? So I have this one skein too, so I have to be very careful. I'm going to hopefully put fragrant cloves in as the pumpkins, because there's pumpkins in this project. I'll show you those real quick so you get an idea. So there's one pumpkin up here and a pumpkin down there. Oh no, that's the cauldron. There's a pumpkin right there. So I'm hopefully can stitch all of this with this one skein of Gloriana. And since, like I said, the borders make me nervous, what I did is started in the middle and just did a 10 stitch column. This is the roof up here. So I went from the doorway and just went up. So the next time I work on it, I'll put the witch in. I'll do the whole witch and then go up and get the words and maybe do like there, get there in, and then I can see up and over. So hopefully once I get there in, and I'll just start doing the words and going from there. But yeah, that's where I'm at on Witches in the Air. And this is for D again, or for the N, I'm sorry, for N for Not Forgotten Farms. All right. Okay, and I did forget to, because on the first I did Heaven and Earth Designs Once Upon a Fairy Tale, and this one was for D for dragon, since there's dragons. And this is on 25 count, easy guide, 1/1. And I can't remember, I didn't do a whole lot, but I did work on it. I think I finished that and went back. I think that's what it was, because I can't remember. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not working on this as often. I don't remember where I stopped, but I got some more of it done. So that's good. That's very good. All right. Then I worked on this one. And this one is my Whip Go project, and it is a Quaker Halloween sampler by Cherished Stitches. And I'm stitching this on 36 count light mocha Edinburgh linen. And I finished the witch's hats motif, and I started the H for All Halloween, I think is the word, or All Hallows Eve maybe is the word, I don't remember. But yep, the witch's hats are done, and I just started the H, and that was all I worked on this one. Whip Go, I don't have a time or a stitch amount. It is just stitching it. So, and it's stitching it twice that month is my idea with Whip Go. And if you haven't been with me before, I have all of my Whip Go projects are in there twice, and I did keep the free space a free space. So you will see Whip Go again with those projects. And I'll work on those projects throughout the year once they've been called for Whip Go. Okay, and this one is the one I'm very happy about. I did work on this for 1.5 days. And this one is Modern Folk Embroidery's Little Acorn, which was also the L in my cross stick. So this one is February. Okay, February. And this one is March. So, January I have not finished. No, January is the frame. So once I get the frame or border done, then I'll have January finished. So, I am so happy. So happy. Because I finished February. And before I worked on this, I had already had this section done. So that was done, except for the little black bees. I went ahead and kept working on it and got the deer in, got some more bees, got the honey house done. So now it's just flipping from so it's this and this on this side. So I'm very happy with how much I got done. I worked on this Friday and Saturday. So yay. But I got it done. I got this one done and that Friday and Saturday. So, and like I said before, I really like the black. Doing that deer really makes me like the black. I mean, I think it's just gonna look so fabulous with all the animals being that color. So, yay for little acorn. And this will be my Friday stitch, and if I feel like I haven't gotten enough done, it'll be my Saturday one as well, because I really want to keep up with it and get it all done. Okay, and the last project that I worked on this week was Saga by Long Dog Samplers, and this is on 32 count Vintage Stormy Night Lugana by Swigart. And oh, I'm sorry. This fabric is Winter Brew by R&R. So that's Winter Brew. Sorry about that. 36 count. Okay. And I got quite a bit done, even though I didn't stitch on this one a lot this last week. I stitched on it Sunday, and I stitched on it a couple of days this last week, but in the evenings, but I didn't stitch every night on it. So I got another vignette done. This, and the rest of the lion, and then I got all of this accomplished. So even though I'm not stitching on it every single day in the evening, and I can't stitch for several hours during the day because it's so bright in my living room, I would have to come back here, and I don't know if I want to stitch in this room. This room is set up to stitch if I want to, but I'm just not sure if I want to. But I'm so happy. So the next time I touch this, I need to do this section of the vignette and then the main part. But was that done? I don't know if that was done or not either, but I got quite a bit. I'm really happy with this. So that one is I'm working on number 3. So happy. And I'd like to get the top row finished this year. That's my goal for this one. And if I get past that, that's even better. Okay, get it all back in here. I think this is almost a yard. I think this is a yard. So there's a lot of fabric in here. So yay, that's where I'm at. Super excited. And shoot, that wasn't the last thing I worked on. This was my restart. I forgot about my restart. So, I really like Cinnamon Stars by Plum Street Samplers. So, I've decided to restart it. I will show you my restart, and then I will show you the fabric that I stitched it on. This is being stitched on 32 count Helix by Picture This Plus, which is a piece left over from another project. Or I cut the project, and this is what was left. So here it is. And even on camera you can't really see it, but you can see the white a lot better on this fabric than you can the other. So I did a little bit. Wanted to get down to where I could do the house. There we go. So that you could see the house. And it's right here, this white on this fabric pops. But it says it's chamomile tea. Doesn't tell you the design, R&R. R&R Reproductions did this in chamomile tea. So I thought, okay, I'll do it on this yellow, which is 36 count Prim, so Daffodil by XU Designs. And I will show you this one. Okay, so this is how much I had on the other one. You can see it, but in real life, you can barely see it. It wasn't standing out. And that one, I had ripped it out because I had another color there, and you really couldn't see that other color. And you really can't see the white unless I angle it just right, and then you can see it. And that's B5200. So it's a bright white. You should be able to see it. So I just went ahead and went, you know what? I don't like the look of it. I can see it better on this fabric that I could on the other one. So that is my restart. I'm super happy about it. And I got enough done to see that, yes, this will work. So what I'm going to do is frog this one. And I have another, this one's a Mirabilia one that I decided I'm not going to work on, and I'll frog that. So they're in a bag, so when I'm super bored and I don't feel like stitching, I can frog. Because I don't want to waste those two big pieces of fabric. Oh, I put it in here. So that is all that I worked on this week. So Saga took care of 2 of the S's in Endless Floss. So I still have 2 more S's to work on. Super cool. Okay, so this week, I really don't have any plans. I know I didn't bring my book in. I know I've written out some of the stitching. I have Whip Go is tomorrow. And then Little Acorn is on there. I think I have Santa's Village is stitching on the 13th, I believe. Or no, not the 13th. That would be Halloween at Aquan Hollow. I don't know. I should have brought my book in if I was going to talk about it. But yeah, those are my plans. Saga is still my weekend stitch. The end of the month is the bookshelf, fairy tale bookshelf. Yeah. Purchases. Now I am still on the hunt for a lighter weight lap stand to take traveling with me, because I do have a hard time. I like these stands. They're lightweight, they're small and compact. The only pieces that come apart is this. This comes out. And this is solid. The frames are solid. And then these are the only 2 pieces that you need to hold on to. Okay. I sit with my legs up on an ottoman or recliner or whatever to stitch. And I have like a pillow underneath, holding this up higher to get the proper angle for me to stitch at. Okay, so I'm still looking for one that's going to work traveling. So I went on to Etsy and went to Wizardy. She doesn't have her Etsy on here, but she has all of these where if you want to look at her stuff, you can look at what she has to sell. And Nerd has a wooden stand. It is one you're supposed to sit on. Okay. And it's got 1, 2, 3 arms. So, I don't have this tight. So it's the base. It's a pretty big base. Okay. So you can put it in between your legs and have it sit like this. I'm thinking I want it to sit on the side like this. And I think that'll work for me. This is just a wooden hoop. As you see, this will turn. But I do see, if you're not careful, you will, it's wood as well. I can see that this part, if you're not careful, you'll do grooves in it. So my suggestion is to loosen it up as much as you can, but it's really not loosening up. So that you could spin this to do the back and then that. What I like, I haven't used it yet, but okay, I already see one problem. It really doesn't tighten. Oh, there it did. Okay, it did. It finally tightened. Okay, I like this section right here because you can tilt it any way you want. So if you have it and you like to stitch like this, but you want to tilt it like that or tilt it up like that to get to different sections easier, it does give you that. It will not hold a Q-snap. There's not enough wood there to hold a Q-snap. So I have this one in here, and it's that way because it's being blocked by, oh yeah, you can see it. It's being blocked by this screw or this bolt. Okay. So you can set it under your thigh on your bottom. You can adjust these two things to where you want it. And this also adjusts, so you could even adjust this guy and tilt it this way. So if you wanted to, you could flip it this way to get to the back. But I think that, I don't know. I don't know if that'll work really well. But this, turning like this will. Okay, yeah, it really doesn't tighten, guys. So that is one problem with the Nurge stand. The bottom one keeps not tightening enough to where it'll stand sturdy. So I have a magnifier and a light. I have not put the magnifier and light on here, but I'm not sure it'll hold it. I don't think the screwy mechanisms will do it, but you know what? Hold on. Let's see here. I got stuff right over here. In fact, I have my magnifier and my light. So let's see here. Where can I put them? Good question. Oh, that won't work there. This may not work at all. Unless, let's see. Nope, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Okay, what about, whoop. Okay, so if there's fabric there, maybe it'll tighten that up. I don't know, but see, it's already too heavy. Let's see here, tighten this a little bit. Okay, so that's holding. Then adding the clip light. Oops. Adding the clip light maybe over here. Okay, the clip light can go there. I would just have to figure a place for the magnifier to fit. So, after looking at this, I don't know if this is going to work for me. But if you didn't need a magnifier, it would work fine. I know my light can probably fit up here too, but yeah. And the Nurges are thinner, so maybe this would hold on to, put the Nurge on, that would fit. Hold on to that, and then light, that would be good. I just don't know weight-wise if it could handle all of that. But if you're looking for a stand to travel with, it does fold down on itself. Okay. So I've got this just loosen that up, and then Loosen this one up. Turn that. Oops. And there you go. So, yeah, if it's too tall for you, you could even take one of these out, or, you know, mess with it and get it to where you like it. This might work for me at home, but for traveling, I don't think it will. So this one is probably not going to be one that I use a lot, but that's okay. We all have to figure these things out and get them to work the way we want them to. It does take a while to figure things out sometimes. So anyway, I'm just throwing it out there for another. They have floor stands too, so you can check those out. Sorry about all the blathering, but I thought maybe somebody might be interested in some of the things I have found and am trying out. Drink. So, looking around, I really don't have anything else to talk to you guys about. So, I hope that you are all staying safe, healthy, and happy. And I hope that whatever you craft it to your heart's content. And I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.